Did you know that you can get artists such as Drake on your next tracks?
So what do I need in order to make my collaboration with Drake a reality?
In order to steal Drake's fans, you need to have Drake on your song, you need to promote to Drake's fans, and then have them listen to the song, being like,
okay, this Drake, I like this.
And you being in that actual song itself, and that way, they're like, oh, this guy's kind of fire. I kind of like him. Next thing you know, they check out your stuff, and then become one of your fans. That's possible by using this simple method.
Perfect!
Rather than stealing Drake's bars, let me explain how you can get him on your song legally.
Our good friends Rob Level at Smart Rapper made a video last year where he shows you how you can steal other artists' fans. It's a really cool loophole in the legal system when it comes to music ownership. Smash the like button if you haven't done.
You can get a ton of fans, gain them fast before the end of the year. Imagine that you could get verses from legends in hip hop, and you actually have your name next to their name as a feature.
What? So it is possible to get Drake and Big Name on your song, but we gotta do this legally.
Let's talk about the legalities.
Alright, if this doesn't make much sense to you, no worries, because attached below is a full PDF guide explaining everything that you need to know about music ownership. Essential info. Tap below, claim it, and we're good. Back to the video. Don't forget to smash that like button.
I'll be honest, when it comes to legalities of music copyrights, it's written by lawyers, for lawyers, so the average guy like you and I don't know what's going on.
So here's my way of explaining the legalities of getting some of Drake's work. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done to the point where you and I can understand it.
There's a thing called transfer rights. Transfer rights is basically where you own the composition rights to your song. That is belonging to me. Yet I can give it to somebody else if they ask for it. But in order for me to actually give it to them, I need to have it written and documented and signed by yours truly.
Transfer rights is a type of publishing deal where you don't actually own the work yourself, but you do own the means of distribution. Let me explain it in terms of books. Let's say there's an author and they wrote Harry Potter, this is J.K. Rowling. And then there's me. I decide that I'm gonna take her publishing rights. Therefore, I decide if I'm gonna put it either on Amazon, or I'm gonna sell it through stores like Barnes & Nobles and Chapters, or if I'm not gonna do anything at all. When I purchase the rights, and I can choose to do whatever I want for the terms included in my document. Now, let's say I decide, all right, I'm gonna put it to Amazon, and then Amazon's gonna start selling it. It's the exact same concept, where instead I own the music publishing from the actual artist himself, which is about 50% of the rights itself. Okay, so in our scenario, I just bought Drake's rights. What's next?
So now that the composition no longer belongs to Drake and it belongs to me, it's finally transferred, am I then able to go ahead and offer that to other people?
This can get hard to wrap your head around. So let me explain it in a scenario where there's my buddy Ronan, and he's buying some of Drake's rights.
Drake has ownership of his composition as the author. Ronan's like, you know what? I want to buy that composition from you. Although Drake is the author, he can offer the copyrights and just the rights itself of that single track, of that single voice to Ronan. So Ronan now owns it after buying from Drake for who knows how many thousands of dollars. And now that Ronan, he owns and retains ownership, he's able to then sell that to another artist, and that artist who then buys either a beat with, you know, Drake's voice on it, or maybe samples with parts of Drake's voice, then he's able to say that he has Drake in his track because the voice literally is Drake's. He again can legally say that I work with Drake.
Wait, you can sell your rights? How often does this happen?
Record labels always switch, you know, from hands to hands who owns what composition. Very, very important for you to know.
So now that you know that the rights of an artist is being sold left, right, and center, if you actually want to see it yourself, go on musicbusinessworldwide.com. All about the sales, mergers, and acquisitions of music rights. Universal 10% was sold off to Sony Music, signing global deals. Spotify's CEO is buying a football club. What?
SYA, save your ass. Just because you have the stems for the actual song itself and the masters does not mean that you own the track. Trust me, you cannot get away with this. You might be thinking, all right, so that's how I can get, you know, famous artists on my tracks. Drake, probably not, only because he's too busy to deal with me, but other B-C-list artists that have a lot of fans, that are verified, if I can do this with them, even better.
An example of buying and selling rights has to be with Legion Gabe. Shout out to the boys at Legion Beats. They give you access to exclusive beats and features for only $47. Look, I'm not paid to say this. I just wanted to highlight what's possible in the industry for smaller guys. Here's a way to increase your fan base easily. So if you can't attain the transfer rights for Drake's music, nor can you find someone else to attain it and sell it to you, what you need to do now is social jacking. You're riding off of the wave of another prominent figure to build your name. Hence the name
Social jacking.
Social jacking. It's a really high-tech marketing technique that you've got to know.
So if you don't want to spend any money, but you still want to work with top artists, it's a little bit sneaky, it's not as legitimate. However, it does work to build your fan base if done correctly. The art of clickbait. I'm just joking around, but there is a little bit of clickbait that has to happen. Let me first explain the steps behind this method, then show you how Lil Wayne uses to launch his career into stardom. Here's what you gotta do to grow your fan base. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Perfect.
On both YouTube and SoundCloud, you can upload tracks and it's not going to be a long distribution process. Ensure there's YouTube content ID that will not allow you to post copyrighted stuff and monetize. That does not mean that it's going to do an immediate takedown.
Since you know that YouTube will not take down your song, what you gotta do is go on Wikipedia and type in album soon to release. You can get a full list of what's gonna be released soon. Go on Spotify and tap it and see which one has the highest streams. This is a really hot song. What you're gonna do next, find an instrumental, give it 3 or 4 days until after the release, because then you'll find the instrumental. Once you have that, you can then make a remix and make that remix and post it on YouTube or on SoundCloud. The reason why this will work is because the late bloomers think they're tapping the actual song, then find yours. Now, if your song is trash, then let's be honest, this is gonna backfire and people are not gonna listen. However, if you can make a nice remix, then you'll be more than fine. When I'm talking about nice remix, check out this remix by Whoopty that my buddy D. Correz has made.
Coolin', Vic coming soon as a movie. Hop out clean in a Coogee. Belt hold up, it's a Louis.
The simple fact that the song is still up proves that YouTube will not take it down. And this method is what Lil Wayne has been doing since the beginning, just taking songs with uncleared samples and releasing it as mixtapes rather than albums, because mixtapes don't need any kind of sample clearance or anything. Lil Wayne was able to amass a big name for himself even after his label was slowly dying off. So I made a remix to a popular track, but how can I promote it?
The idea is to bring them in to check your other stuff, and if they like it, they'll stay. If not, whatever. That's basically how this campaign runs. And once the remix is posted there, you obviously can't run ads because you don't actually own the track itself, and that's not a great idea. When people make song covers, they're basically stealing fans because they're taking a song that they don't own, not in the slightest, but they're singing it, rehashing it word for word, maybe through a remix or whatever, then posting it. What you can do is put it on TikTok, because the TikTok algorithm favors this kind of stuff. It favors mashups. Once you make a mashup of a famous Drake song, your song, boom, put it together, and now you're golden.
So here I am editing the video, and I want to show you live proof of how essential it is to mash up your music. Of course, you do have to memeify your music a little bit. However, it's not a bad thing because memes generally are more viral and get shared. So there's a song by Masked Wolf. So we've all heard this song. I'm gonna play 1 second so YouTube does not strike me.
What you know about rolling?
So that song has gotten pretty notorious for its remixes, and I was just checking it. Check out these TikToks that exemplify exactly what I mean.
What you know about? What you know about?
To play date to you.
What you know about rolling?
So that song got mashed up to many other top tracks, and it kind of caught on. The thing is, you don't have to go full meme mode on it. You can have a legitimate song and treat it like so. However, just make sure that you can kind of switch it up, because guess what? Some of those did sound pretty good. So whether someone likes your song or the Britney Spears sample behind it, this is a great way to get a new audience for free. That's right, you didn't pay a single cent for this. You should be paying me for making this video. Just kidding. All I want is a like and we're good. Next, moving forward, the next thing you want to know is that this same thing won't work on Instagram Reels. It's known for its great designs and visuals, but music wise it's kind of lacking compared to TikTok, and so TikTok, #1 way to go. If you haven't got on TikTok yet, no worries, I'm gonna make a video on how to crush it on TikTok very soon. All right, I love you guys.
Thank you for watching. Smash that like button if you haven't done so, and check out our other videos, how to market your music, and this other video that I know has tons of value. See you on the other end.